Hey cool kids, it's me, Royalty, and happy Friday to you all. This will be my last video, and if you watched my first video, this is a reference to the first video. I showed you guys the success of a black town that was in Boley, Oklahoma, originally where my grandpa was from. So I showed you guys the success of the black people in the community where the people lived at, where they had their first banks, the first electricity companies, etc., etc. But they never told us what happened to that little city, that little town, whatever you want to call it. They never told us what happened. So if you ever heard of something called Black Wall Street, this is the story of that. So let's get into this video, and it's called The Resurrecting of Black Wall Street, the new trailer. So let's check it out.
The American educational system is never really going to tell this story. Black Wall Street atrocity that occurred in Tulsa, Oklahoma in the 1920s.
The story of Black Wall Street has been buried for 100 years.
We had many millionaires, we had doctors, we had lawyers, we had a library system.
Economic relationship with North Tulsa and South Tulsa, the black portion and the white portion.
People, literally one generation out of enslavement, be able to come together and create a black Mecca that has never, ever, ever been duplicated anywhere else in this country.
Of course, this led to the jealousy.
Economically, they didn't have the success that Greenwood was showing.
During this time, we have to remember we had what they call the Red Summer.
Ku Klux Klan starting to spread into the Midwest.
In Tulsa County, the Ku Klux Klan, they were either heavily into politics, they were members of city council.
U.S. military being used against American citizens with an attack from the air.
One of the little girls says, "Mommy, why is it hailing outside? It's sunny." And she said, "No, it's not hail, sweetheart." She pulled her to the window and she seen gunfire.
Effectively, what happened in Black Wall Street was that this community was destroyed.
35 square blocks of the town was burned to the ground.
Greenwood did rebuild.
Let's implement the ideas. Let's implement the spirit of cooperative economics. Let's learn from these people.
Black Wall Street was an amazing time. We can reach the same level right now. But once again, if you don't feel like it's possible, then it's not possible.
Just because it happened in 1921, that doesn't mean it can't happen in 2015. Every black child in America needs to know this story.
So that was just a little clip of what really happened. The story is actually really, really long. I mean, the story is really, really sad, and it basically was a little town where black people actually came together and did something for themselves, did something for the community, and basically they were doing so much better than most other populations that they felt like that they were a threat to them. So what they did was they bombed them and they literally burned them to the ground. I mean, then after that they had nowhere else to go, and we were basically forced into slavery. So that's another history story that you will never hear in school. I don't know why, because that's much more important than anything else that I believe. So I'm just giving you guys a little bit of history. Also remember that February is Black History Month, and also it is the shortest month out of the whole year. I don't understand why they put Black History Month in that year out of all months. But to be the shortest one, I kind of feel that it's disrespectful and that black people don't get enough credit. But you know what? I'm going to give every black person the credit. I'm going to give every white person the credit. I'm going to give everybody the credit that deserves the credit, because if you're doing something, then you deserve the credit. And a lot of those people were just basically building establishments for themselves. You know, they didn't want to be governed by nobody. They wanted to show other people that we can make it on our own, because basically the clothes that you're wearing, we make them. Basically the food that you eat, we basically pick that food. We basically grew that food. So basically we don't get enough acknowledgement. But happy Black History Month to everybody, and thanks for watching. And make sure you watch the first video. And I kind of gave you guys a break with a little, you know, I know you guys like World Star, but thanks for kicking it with me. And also, if you're watching this video, and this only pertains to this video only, I'm going to do a special Q&A for Royalty. If you have any questions for me, If you want to know anything about me, please only write it in this video. I'm only going to specifically look at this video. And if you can follow simple instructions, you will understand this. So, thanks guys for kicking it with me and CJ playing this 2K, and have a wonderful weekend.